Hello friends, welcome again to another AFK journey video. In this video we'll be talking about Lily May. She finally dropped here on global. I tested her on the test server. She's absolutely a monster. She's a great unit actually, and she has a lot of advantages, and she counters the main mega team that is now dominating PvP, that you can use her also on that team as well to counter other teams or play mirror matches. But she's a straight counter for people or for units like Iran, and we'll be talking about that. Now we got her copy as free. They will give us a free copy always with the event that she has, and we're gonna unlock her. Absolutely phenomenal. Now we have one copy of her. Here she is. Great character. We're gonna read her kits and skills, and we're gonna go straight up to summons. Oh, there's a featured sharing feature. Can we do that? Okay, I shared it. You need to just share it and click the share button, and that's it. More diamonds, always good. Okay, so Lily May, I love her art. First of all, we're gonna go and read it. Oh, did we get anything for her? Oh, we already have everything for her, so no need to go and farm that. So Lily May, you're gonna go and read her kits and skill. Absolutely love her art. Absolutely love her art. Absolutely fantastic, especially with the wing. Okay, let's start with her passive. Absolutely fantastic passive. Lily May enters a defensive state at the start of the battle. When an unsummoned enemy casts their ultimate, Lily May will become unaffected, which means she can't be affected by control effects, not immune to damage. But this is good, especially first of all, she counters Aaron. That's we know about, but Aaron will continue going and dealing damage and doing stuff like that. But the thing is that she shuts down a character that you don't use most of the time, which is Brian. She completely shuts him down. So he starts with Elonia or his bird, the bird when he summons it. She cancels that, he doesn't summon the bird. Plus she robs him of 700 energy. We'll be talking about that. And then he needs to accumulate energy to summon it again, and she can go and do interruption again to him. So he would never have the bird on the lineup, which is absolutely fantastic. It was funny when I tested it on the testing server. She then leaps above them and shoot a quill bolt, dealing 200% damage plus 20% skill damage and interrupting their ultimate, which is absolutely fantastic, while causing them to lose 700 energy. This is the major point. She's a great unit just to shut down a unit completely. She can go against everybody, but she does this at the start of the battle as passively. Afterwards, she exits the defensive state unaffected, and unaffected state, she's gonna be targetable by control effects. This skill cannot interrupt bosses, but increases the damage of her by 400%. It means in bossing, she becomes absolutely a monster because she increased her damage by 400% because she can't interrupt the bosses at the start of the battle, which this skill does 400% extra more damage, which is really unbelievable. We tested her on bossing. She's shining. I'm seeing numbers that she's on bosses now dominating some charts, which is mind-blowing to me. I didn't think that she would absolutely wreck things like that. But of course, depending on the lineup, she's a magical user, and this is why we need more testing for her. Now, her active Lily May can enter the defensive state to target either all non-summoned enemies or a specific one. You can do that manually, by the way, if you want to cast her ultimate on the battlefield. But in bosses, of course, she will not. It states in auto battle, she automatically defends against all non-summoned enemies. In bossing or in PvP, that you can't control manually. So if defending against them all, she targets the first one to use their ultimate. So she's targeting everybody. The first one that uses their ultimate, she jumps on them and does her casting of ultimate or whatever she does. If defending against a specific one, she targets only them when they use their ultimate. Once the enemy becomes untargetable for over 3 seconds, which means somebody like, let's say, Taylene. If she goes and dies and she becomes untargetable, she's over 3 seconds. It means she will change targets. Lily May switches to defending against all. In auto battle, as we said. Now, she, of course, increases her damage of her ultimate relatively when you level her up, which is really good. Now, let's talk about the Rainstorm Ballad. This is one of the most important skills of her. So Lily May flashes to the target and attacks 6 times. 6 times, dealing damage equal to 65% plus 8% of her skill damage. It says skill damage increases this stat by each point of skill power. Yeah, damage per hit. She remains invincible. Invincible, it means no control immunities, and she can't be targeted as damage, so nobody can damage her during these attacks, and returns to her original tile afterwards. If her defensive state is triggered during the attacks, she will finish the remaining attacks after exiting the defensive state. So it means if she's in mid her of attack, if she didn't do the 6-time attack and she gets to the defensive state, she goes into the defensive state, finish it, and comes back and do the extra 2 attacks or 3 attacks. It means she goes back to the invincible state, and she's invincible while she's doing his ultimate, or unaffected, which is really great. She's a very defensive unit by her own. So she's protecting herself. She's protecting her team as well by protecting herself, because she's gonna allow herself to cast her ultimate and interrupt somebody else's ultimate. Absolutely great. Now, Swallow's Flight. Lily May grows stronger during battle. This is one of the skills that I was like, what? And we're gonna talk about her Mythic Plus as well. Each normal attack or skill grants her EXP points. So she accumulates XP. You're gonna see a small white bar under her. We're gonna go and check it out with the testing. With extra points awarded for assists or skills or kills. If you know somebody similar to that, not completely, but the same concept, which is Lucretia from AFK Arena. Whenever anybody dies on your team or the enemy team, she gains extra attack for a specific amount of period of time. But her, it goes until the end of the battle. She gets this extra 10% that we're gonna talk about for assist and kills. So not only kills, for assist and kills. Not for her team, but done by her team, by herself and her team. Once her EXP bar is full, she grows stronger, permanently increasing her attack by 10% and enhancing her next 4 normal attacks or attacks, any attacks from Rainstorm Ballad. Exactly this one, because the passive that we talked about. The enhanced attacks deal additional damage, true damage, to 3% plus 0.6% of the target's max HP, up to 70%, 75% plus 50% of her skill of Lily's May attack, which is absolutely a huge number. You might think that 3% is not that huge, but against tanks, if she does that and she gains these attacks on them, absolutely great. Plus, versus bosses, it's really, really awesome. You need true damage versus bosses. Permanent damage, because she will get permanent stacking up, and then she will always trigger this skill. This growth effect can stack up to 4 times. Yo, so 40% 4 times. This is only, we're talking 1 copy, guys. So at level 2, enhance attacks additionally through damage. So the true damage increases and the damage increases, which is really, really great. So it's not only true damage, it goes up to 6%. Wow. And to 150% of her attack. Great. Legendary Plus. I think this is the good point to get her, at least early game, mid game, or early late game. Lily May gains 10 penetration during battle, and additional 5 penetration when she's using Rainstorm Ballad, which is really huge, especially for bosses. Now, she's a magical unit, and we know that magical units do not like penetrate. They have magical penetration. She has a penetration. They didn't say physical penetration or magical penetration. She just get penetration versus magical or physical, whatever it is. She has a penetration on her own, which is absolutely great. What we saw with magical, if you're fighting somebody that have magical defense or physical defense, she doesn't care about it. Okay, she ignores that and she gets penetration versus the defense immediately, which is really great in my opinion. So Lily May increases that to 16% as penetration and 8% while using Rainstorm Ballad. Mythic Plus. And this will sound crazy actually, and you need to stop here. I mean, you can continue for Supreme Plus for more stats, but I will talk why it's not that important to rush that. But Mythic Plus is absolutely important to rush. Lily May grows once upon receiving a non-permanent stat boost from an ally. Each ally can trigger this effect once per battle. Now, what does that mean? It means, like, if you're using her with Rainier, she will not get this buff because it's a permanent buff until the end of the battle. What you will gain is somebody like Smokey, somebody like Faye, somebody like Coco. Coco now gives 2 buffs, 1 defensive, 1 attack, but each ally can trigger this effect once per battle. It means she will get it only once from them. So when she receives that buff from Coco, the buff will fade away. She will get a permanent boost. She will get a boost until the end of the battle. Literally, each trigger can have 1 time. Grows, so she will grow. So Lily May grows once. It means the EXP bar will get full and she will grow immediately and get that stack. And as we said here, it stacks for 4 times. Where is it? Here. It stacks for 4 times, which is absolutely great. And then it increases the attack boost granted by each other growth by 12% and up to 12%, and allows her to do 2 additional attacks. So now, not 4, not 6, it goes up to 8, which is really good. I think she's a hard hitter for this season as well. I'm gonna talk about the seasonal buff. Now her Supreme Plus, any buff, any upgrade, any ascension on any unit will give you more stats, which is absolutely amazing. But what her Supreme Plus does is she reduces the energy by 1000, not 700, which is a full bar. If they're at full bar, she removes the whole bar, which is really good actually. But is it mandatory? No, it's not. Like, it's, I thought that Supreme Plus would be absolutely more, but hey, she's already a good unit. She's kind of broken in a state in PvP wise. I'll be talking about that. We're gonna go and test it. Her seasonal buff, of course, shoots an extra projectile every 3 normal attacks, which will make her hit even more, dealing 140% damage, and it goes up to 175 when you max it out. A great unit. So let's go and test her in PvP actually. This is why I wanted to go and check, because we're playing against Aaron teams, right? And Aaron teams are absolutely annoying. So let's go and find somebody that has an Aaron on their team. Let's check you. Okay, I finally found some Aaron users. So I'm gonna drop our healer. I think we need our healer. This comp will absolutely destroy me. I know that this comp will destroy me. And I will not use Aaron. Let's go and use Lily May at the start, and she can immediately this is 1 copy Lily May, so hopefully she will do exactly what I want her to do. So I'll put you here, and you're unaffected by controls, so you can stay here, and I'll put you here just to aggro Thorn if this guy dies, so that he won't hit my units. So let's go and check it. Can she interrupt him at the start of the battle? I'll go immediately to ×1, so it does not. Yep, she did interrupt him. You see Aaron didn't do anything, and we robbed him from 7%, 700 energy. Don't die, please. Don't die. Cast your ultimate again and stop somebody else. And she died. She will die? Okay, Aaron did his ultimate and everybody died. I know the team will be weak like this, but it's fine, just for the testing. She did interrupt Aaron. Now I want to interrupt somebody else ultimate. Can she interrupt like Smokey and stuff like that? I wonder. And I lost, of course, via testing, which is really an awesome thing. So you can interrupt Aaron and you can just absolutely destroy your teams. This is a small test that I just wanted to show you on the level, and they're champions, so everybody here are good people or good players that have built units. Let's go and summon for her. I just wanted to summon for her, or summon in general everything that I have as summons. So let's go and check. What do we have? Okay, 1 ticket, and I have 8,000, so this is good. Do we have any summons and everything? Okay, so let's go and do some summons here. Hopefully we can get anything. I want a Thorin. 1 more Thorin, he gets to Mythic Plus, and all my problems will be finished. Okay, we didn't get anything here. And all right. Why I'm still getting you? I mean, yeah, I'm building everybody to Supreme Plus. Oh, one ticket. Can we get something with 1 ticket here? I barely save these immediately. When I have something, I just go and blow them up. Well, it's kind of like I'm dying to get 1 more copy of him. So let's go and do a couple of summons, so we can do like 2 multis here. Hopefully we can get her. How much is my pity? 31. All right, we're not gonna have the pity, but hey, we can try. So give me 1 more copy and it will be absolutely fantastic. I can get her to Legendary Plus or something like that. So nothing, nada, and okay, acorns. I would love me some acorns, and 1 more for the road. Come on, Lily May, come home. Okay, she didn't come home. So I need to accumulate and summon a little bit. We're gonna get that later, which is okay. At least we still have her. We got 1 copy of her, which is really good from the event. Thank you devs for putting 1 copy for us to have her and to check her out. Absolutely fantastic. I love her art, I love her design, and I think she will be in great team comps. She's absolutely fantastic and useful. And yeah, that's all it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, I thank you for watching, and as always, stay frosty. Peace.